Hello and welcome back to Jack Knives Reviews. I'm of course your host, Jack Knives. Today we'll be looking at the action comedy, Love Hurts. Marvin, a realtor and former hitman, gets a letter from a former target who he freed out of love, named Rose. She claims to be tired of staying in hiding and sends cards to multiple people to call them out. Marvin now has to come out of retirement to save Rose and keep the targets off her and his back at the same time. Whoo boy. This movie... I hate using the term bland, but that's kind of the only way I can describe this movie. Action movies in themselves have a pattern. You know, they have a rhythm, they have a style. It's kind of like listening to a song. But if you don't have anyone you can engage into or are interested in or have zero chemistry in any way, shape, or form with to watch, you get a movie like this. Ke-Huy Quan stars as the main lead, and the man has zero, and I mean zero, appeal as a lead. And I know that sounds very mean for me to say, but I mean in this specific genre. I remember him in Everything Everywhere All at Once. There were parts of it that I'm like, wow, he really can act. And obviously he can because he got an Oscar for it. But he brings none of that here. It is straight to DVD fodder. It is so bland. I mean, even the action's just kind of The plot itself is really, really stupid. Really. I mean, like, even on paper, the fact that someone agreed to greenlight this movie makes no sense. In what world does the plot of this movie make any sense? Now follow me on this. He's a not just regular assassin, a top tier assassin. And then he decides to risk his entire assassin's career and license to save this one girl out of love. A girl he doesn't know, by the way, out of love. Okay, kind of weird, but maybe there's more to it. Nope, there's none more to it. And then not only does he, instead of going into hiding like she does, he decides to become the single worst job for a person hiding their identity on the planet. A real estate broker. A guy whose literal job entails him being on billboards, buses, benches, his face is plastered on things. If you're trying to hide your identity, why would you take up a career that involves your face being seen everywhere? And then on top of that, the whole plot of this movie, from beginning to end, is based solely on the fact that the girl, who, mind you, he saved her life, is bored with hiding. So she decides to basically out herself and contact all of these other assassins to try to come at her for no real reason. And so it makes his entire saving her thing completely pointless. And when I say Ke-Huy Quan has no stage presence, it's not just that he doesn't have stage presence as far as a lead. Him and DeBow have, and I mean, not just zero, negative chemistry. They have no, I mean no attraction to one another. Like, not even fake attraction. I've seen movies with people interacting with CG characters that have more actual attraction to each other. I have seen some horrible movies that they have more chemistry than these two idiots. I don't know who was smoking making this movie, because this movie is like, we need a movie, I'm fully convinced that this is a movie that was paid by drug money. Who greenlit this other than this as a tax write-off? I can't really see why this would be greenlit. It's not interesting. There's nothing about it I liked. The action sucked. Like, none of the actors in this movie do I give a shit about. I mean, Sean Astin's in it for like a little bit, but he doesn't really matter in the long run, so who really cares? None of this movie works. This whole movie sucks. I don't know any other way to put it. This movie is horrible. It's the antithesis of how to not make an action movie. There's no investment. There's no redeeming qualities as far as cast. Everything from A to Z sucks. The action is generic. The fights are boring. The main leads are, yeah. I mean, hell, you could just watch Everything Everywhere All at Once 100 times and you get a better enjoyment of that. Hell, you could watch that movie in slow-mo and you'd enjoy that movie better than this. This movie blows. And it blows hard. I give Love Hurts 1 out of 5. Have you seen Love Hurts? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, I'll see you next time.